Here's my finished word fruit illustration. If you notice here are all my layers. Make sure that your document is 8.5 by 11, and you can have it landscape or portrait. That's up to you depending on your particular fruit that you decide to download. When you open up your document, when you go to File, Open, and you actually find your image and open it, make sure all of your documents, yours should read student, and you will be looking in the downloads folder, and you should see whatever your download was, and then you open it up and you resize it. Please make sure that you hold down your shift key when you resize it. Let's just say this is my image that I wanted to open. I will go File, Open. If you notice, here are some strawberries here. Right now my document, it pretty much fits in. If I select it, if you notice, it's a little bit bigger than it's landscape as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn my my actual artboard landscape. Just go to File, Document Setup, and since it's already 8.5 by 11, I'm just going to change it to landscape. Anytime it's not 8.5 by 11, you go to Size, you click Letter, and please excuse the announcement.
Sierra Stevenson, please report to the annex office.
And then press OK. And so now it's more of a landscape document now. Make sure that once you have this fitting inside of your artboard, notice I'm holding down my shift key to make sure that it fits inside the artboard. Once it's fitted inside the artboard, you can title it, double click. I'm just going to name it Original. Just press OK. And then you're going to lock it because you don't need to have it unlocked. Want to make a new layer. Once you make the new layer, you can name it, I'm just going to name it Strawberry 1. Each one of your images need to be on a different layer. Strawberry 1. I'll come and use my pen tool to trace my fruit. And if you notice over here in my toolbar that I have a white fill and no stroke, which means I'm not going to see, I'll only see a white fill when I'm done. Just hit your default, make sure that you have a black outline and you have a none for your stroke. That way you can continue to see your image as you draw. So I'm just going to quickly trace my strawberry here. And I'm using a pen tool. If you notice, I can quickly manipulate the points just to bring it together. If it's not perfect, you can always use the smooth tool, which is usually under the pen tool or the pencil tool. So use the smooth tool, come in, and I'll come in and smooth out a couple of the areas that I have here. If you notice, this was a little too round. Come back with my my direct selection tool, and I can give myself my curve back that I need. Don't forget that your direct selection tool allows you to manipulate specific anchor points. So I think that's good for now. So I'll just leave it right there. And this is just a quick tracing so that you guys can understand what's taking place for the particular assignment. So now I have at least one of my my fruit drawn already. You want to make sure that anytime you draw a new piece of fruit that you have a new layer for that particular fruit. And so now I'm done with that particular drawing. So new layer for each of your fruit. All of them should be named. If I go back to my finish, if you notice, I have everything here. And let's see if I turn off everything. There's my original image, my background, something that you'll do probably a lot towards the end. Then I have my, this would have actually been just my line, but I've already completed the other steps. Then my next fruit, if you notice, every time I click, something different comes up. Nothing's on the same layer. Then the words for one fruit, the words for the other fruit, and then the shadows that makes it complete. So please make sure that you are using layers. You will be graded on using layers. I've noticed that a lot of you guys have not been using layers, especially in the tessellation project, and a lot of you got confused with what you were doing. So for this particular project, layers will be graded much more closely. Of course, I am grading it in tessellations too, but just please make sure you use layers. I can't emphasize that enough.